Ninth adventure, how Siegfried was sent to Worms. 9 days had now the travellers been faring on their way, when spake the Knight of Tromi, "Give ear to what I say. We're slow to send the tidings of our adventure home. Your messengers already should to Burgundy have come." To him replied King Gunther, "What you have said is true, and none should be so ready this very task to do, as even yourself, Fernhagen. So ride into my land. None, I am sure, can better proclaim that we're at hand." Thereto gave answer Hagen, "Such duty suits me not. Let me tend the chambers, linger still at sea, or I'll stay with the women, and their wardrobe keep, till to the Rhine we bring them safe from the blustering deep." From Siegfried ask a journey of such a weary length, for he can well perform it with his surpassing strength. And should he even refuse it, him to consent you'll move, if you but beseech him for your sister's love. Straight sent he for the warrior, he came as soon as found. Said Gunther, "Now we're coming home to my native ground. Fair would I give quick notice, by some sure friend of mine, to my sister and my mother, that we approach the Rhine. This I entreat you, Siegfried. Now do what I desire, and I'll in full requite you whatever you require." But never consented Siegfried, the never conquered man, till in another fashion the king to ask began. Said he, "Nay, gentle Siegfried, do but this journey take, not for my sake only, but for my sister's sake. You'll oblige fair Kriemhild, and this as well as me." When so implored was Siegfried, ready at once was he. "Whatever you will command me, let naught be left unsaid. I will gladly do it for the lovely maid. How can I refuse her, who my heart has won? For her, whatever your pleasure, tell it and it is done. Tell then my mother Uta, the rich and mighty queen, we in our dangerous journey right fortunate have been. Inform my loving brothers, we have succeeded well, and to my court and kindred the same glad tidings tell. From my gentle sister nothing concealed must be. Bear her the kindest greetings from Brunhild and from me. Proclaim to every liegeman and every anxious friend that my heart's lingering longing I've brought to happy end. And tell my loving nephew, the Knight of Metz Orwine, that seats he bid in order be raised along the Rhine. And do my other kinsmen to wit, but both most and least, that I will hold with Brunhild a gorgeous marriage feast. Fail not to tell my sister that soon as she shall hear that I returning homeward with all my guests are near, she well receive so kindly, though lady of my heart, and love and service ever shall be hers on Gunther's part. Leave then took Sir Siegfried of Gunther's haughty dame, and of her fair attendants as him well became. And for the Rhine departed, never could there be in all this world a better messenger than he. With 24 warriors to Worms he hotly sped. King Gunther came not with him when this abroad was spread. The heart of all his servants were wrung with mortal pain. They'd feared the might of Brunhild, their noble king had slain. Down sprang all from their horses, their thoughts were proud and high. Straight and good young King Gisler ran to them hastily. And Gernot, his bold brother, soon spoke he, having eyed the troop and missed King Gunther from noble Siegfried's side. "Welcome to Worms, Sir Siegfried. Tell us what news you bring. What have you done with Gunther, our brother and our king? I fear me we have lost him. So fierce Brunhild was too strong. So has his lofty passion brought us but loss and wrong. Away with fear and sorrow, to you and all his kin. My comrade sends his greeting, a conqueror he has been, and safe and sound I left him. From him dispatched I come, to bring the gladsome tidings to all his friends at home. You also must contrive it, for yours the task should be, how I may straight your mother and your fair sister see, to carry them the message that I received so late from Gunther and from Brunhild. Both are in best estate. Young Gisler then answered, "Go straight to them and tell your charge to carry, 'twill please my sister well. fear for the fate of Gunther is heavy on her breast. I'll vouch that with the maiden you'll prove a welcome guest. Then spake the noble Siegfried, whatever I can do to serve her, she shall find me a willing friend and true. Who now will tell the ladies that I an audience crave? Gisler took the message, the high-born youth and brave, to the lovely maiden and the stately dame. Spoke the youthful warrior when to their sight he came. Siegfried is come with tidings for our hearing meant. Him my brother Gunther hither to the Rhine has sent. By him he's charged to tell us how stands it with the king. Permit him then his message hither to court to bring. Whatever befell in Island, from him you'll truly know. Even thus the noble ladies still harbored fear and woe. Up for their robes they started, and each herself arrayed. Then bade Sir Siegfried enter, he willingly obeyed, and much he longed to see them. Then ere the warrior spoke, silence the blushing Kriemhild with friendly accents broke. Welcome, Sir Siegfried, hither, boldest of the bold. Where is my brother Gunther? Straight be your tidings told. I fear me we have lost him, and here are left forlorn. Woe's me, unhappy maiden, that ever I was born. Then spake the warrior, give me the guerdon of good news. You weep for sake of weeping, so you, fair ladies, use. I left him safe and hearty, of this assure you well. He to you both has sent me the joyful tale to tell. To you as best beseems him, with gracious kind intent, he and his bride their service, right noble queen have sent. And soon will both come hither, so dry your idle tears, for many a day such gladness had never blessed our ears. Straight with her snow-white apron she wiped her tears away, and dried her eyes from weeping, then once more fresh and gay, began to thank the envoy for his happy tale, that ended her deep sorrow and heart-consuming wail. She bade the knight be seated, nothing loth was he, then spake the lovely maiden, "'Twere no small joy for me, could I with gold reward you for what you just have said, but you're for that too wealthy, take my goodwill instead. Were I, replied the champion, the lord of 30 lands, still would I take with pleasure a gift from your fair hands. Straight said the modest damsel, then you shall be content. So for the costly guerdon her treasurer she sent 24 bracelets she gave him for his fee, each set with stones full precious. He so proud was he, yet so proud was he, that he would not keep them, but gave the jewels rare to our lovely maidens whom he found in waiting there. And then her mother greeted the noble warrior well. To both of you replied he, I yet have more to tell, whereof the king entreats you, and if you but attend to what he asks so dearly, he'll ever be your friend. His noble guests he begs you, and his beauteous bride receive with kindly welcome, and forth to meet them ride on the strand before the city. To you has sent the king this true and gracious message, which I as truly bring. I'm ready at his bidding, the lovely maid replied. Whatever I can to serve him shall never be denied. So heartily and truly his pleasure will I do. Then her love kindled blushes glowed a deeper hue. Never prince's envoy a heartier welcome won. Had she dared to kiss him, fain would she so have done. And loving wise he parted from the unwilling maid. Forthwith the bold Burgundians did as the warrior bade. Sindolt and Hunolt and Romolt, the good knight early and late, were stirring as briskly as they might. They raised the seats in order. Sindolt and Hunolt and Romolt, the good knight, early and late were stirring as briskly as they might. Sindolt and Hunolt and Romolt, the good knight, early and late were stirring as briskly as the night. They raised the seat in order, such duty well they knew. From side to side and weary the royal servant flew. Ortwine of Metz and Gary, King Gunther's liegemen bold, the marriage feast that forthwith their master was to hold, proclaimed to friends and neighbors hours against the festal day, every noble maiden prepared her best array. Adorned was all the palace, and richly every wall, bedecked to grace the strangers, King Gunther's spacious hall. By the skill was furbished of many a foreign man. With merriment and pastime, the royal feast began. By every road advancing, with ceaseless press and din, flocked all to Worms together, the royal brethren's kin. Summoned by hasty message to meet the expected guests, then from the folded wrappers were taken the well-stored vests. Sudden spread the tidings that now one might espy Brunhild's friends advancing straight. Sudden spread the tidings that now one might espy Brunhild's friends advancing, straight rose a pressing cry among the Burgundian thousands that waiting stood around. Ah, what men of valor on either side were found! And spake the lovely Kriemhild, my maidens fair and free, who at this reception must bear your part from me. Who at this reception must bear your part with me. Let each her choice apparel search out from secret chest. The matrons too had counsel to prank them in their best. Then forward came the warriors, and straight the attendants told to bring forth sumptuous saddles overlaid with ruddy gold, whereon might ride the ladies from Worms into the Rhine. Never was better horse gear beheld, nor work so fine. With store of gold resplendent about the palfreys shone, from their gorgeous bridles gleamed many a precious stone. Richly gilt side saddles with trappings of bright hue were brought forth for the ladies who gladdened at the view. Comparisoned all richly with silken housings rare, was led a gentle palfrey for every lady there. Each steed a silken poitrel, the silk was of the best that ever was, spun or fashioned, had hanging at his breast. Each steed a silken poitrel, the silk was of the best that ever was spun or fashioned, had hanging at his breast. 86 ladies, each a married dame, with hairy bounds and fillets, to lovely Kriemhild came. Each radiant in her beauty, each in rich garb arrayed. Thither too in full adornment came many a blooming maid. 54, the fairest and of the best, report of all whose beauty honored the proud. 54, the fairest and of the best, report of all whose beauty honored the proud Burgundian court, went forth with glittering laces above their flaxen hair, while Gunther had requested, all did with all their care. The best stuffs and the richest that ever were found, they bore to meet the stranger heroes. Every robe they wore with care, and skill was chosen to suit their lovely hue. He were a fool who'd murmur at one of that fair crew. Of sable and of ermine many a robe was there, and many a sparkling bracelet over silken raiment fair. The wrists and arms encircled of many a lady gay, the care that tastes the splendor none might at full display. Many a glittering girdle that rich and long down hung, but many a snowy finger o'er gorgeous weed was flung, to bind the far-brought garment of stuff from Araby. Each noble damsel's bosom swelled high and joyfully, and a tightened bodice many a smiling maid had laced, herself full deftly tightened bodice, many a smiling maid had laced herself full deftly, each were ill apaid. Did not her bright complexion outshine her vesture sheen? A train so fair and graceful now has ne'er a queen. Soon as the lovely ladies for the joyful day had donned their rich apparel forthwith in mighty and meet array of bold, high-mettled warriors a mighty force drew near, with many a shield bright beaming, and many an ashen spear.